Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're going to take a look at two possible systems that you can build for around about £600 in the middle of June 2024. Now June 2024 in the UK is actually really cold, hence why I'm actually even wearing a coat indoors. It's bloody freezing, but hopefully these deals will warm you up. So the two systems that we've got listed in PC Part Picker, and also there'll be links in the video description and also some affiliated links as well. So if you want to help out good old Mike and Kath, then you can click on those affiliated links and there will be a small commission made on any sales. It won't cost you any more, but it all goes to helping out the channel. So feel free to check out the links should you wish to. Now the two base systems really are going to be kind of all based around the same low end parts, or relatively low end. Now this particular system, either one, whether you go for the AMD one or the Intel one, both are going to be absolutely fine for 1080p gaming at pretty high refresh rates, and also plenty of storage with 1TB SSDs and also 16GB of RAM. Now of course, if you've got a little bit of extra money and you want to increase any of those, of course you can do. The links in the video are just a guideline so you can tailor them to fit your specific needs. Now they're both going to be based around a RX 6600. At the moment, this I feel offers the best bang for the buck in terms of the new graphics card market. There isn't a great deal to get excited about, but if you do have a little bit of extra money, but you don't want to go the whole hog into the next tier of graphics cards, you can always check out somewhere like gpus.co.uk, where you can pick up a second-hand or used graphics card which has been refurbished for actually not too bad money, very similar prices to CEX, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, etc., albeit without such a risk. So with all that said, let's head over to the computer and let's take a look at what we've got. So we've got two listings, like I said. So this is the Intel one. So this is based around the Intel Core i5 12400F, 2.5 GHz base clock, 6-core processor with hyper-threading, giving you 12 cores. So this is coming in at $99.95 at the moment, so under that kind of magic £100 mark. So I feel it is fantastic value for money. And in fact, you can see one on the desk, which I've already purchased because I do plan to build a system very similar to what you're seeing on the screen. So do stay tuned for that. Some of the benefits of having an Intel processor is this is going to be actually quite good for also video editing if you want to get into that. And also Intel processors do generally have the slight upper hand when it comes to single core performance, slightly better IPC against the AMD AM4 counterparts. And a lot of games do rely quite heavily on those single threaded cores. But certainly that is a kind of nod in the right direction towards going down the Intel route. Now the unfortunate thing with this is it is a locked processor, so there's not going to be any overclocking as such, but you can still do a little bit of undervolting to potentially squeeze a little bit more out of the processor, and possibly a little bit of bus adjustment to squeeze out a little bit extra should you feel the need to. Although for most people, I feel this is going to be absolutely fine. It's a relatively low TDP processor at 65 watts and doesn't get very warm. In my testing with a modest cooler, they get up to around about 60 to 70 degrees at the most. So you don't need a great deal of cooling. It does actually come with a box cooler, but if you want to increase the cooling and reduce the noise, then the Arctic Freezer A36 is a very good choice. This is the ARGB version, £30 at the moment here in the UK from Amazon. You can pick it up a little bit cheaper if you don't want the RGB version for about £22, £23. And sometimes this goes on offer and comes down to about £24 for the addressable RGB version also. So do stay tuned, click on the links and see what the price is like at the moment. Again, this video is being made middle of June 2024, so the prices will fluctuate a little bit, but hopefully they'll give you a good idea of what things are going to cost. Next up is going to be our platform. So the motherboard we're gone with is the MSI Pro B760-P Wi-Fi. So as you can tell, this has got Wi-Fi and also Bluetooth 5.3 built in. It uses DDR4 RAM rather than the more expensive DDR5. So you're still going to get some really good value out of some of that older memory, and it is starting to slightly come down in price. As you can see below here, we've got the Clev Bolt X. This is a 16 gig kit, 2x8 gigabytes. DDR4 3600 and is running at CL18. Now this is $32.71 currently. If you shop around, you can find other deals, especially from places like Corsair, etc. You may even want to go for DDR4 3200 with a lower CAS latency, maybe CL16 or even 14 if you can find it. But this at the moment is pretty much the lowest price you're going to find for a 16 gig kit. If you want to add RGB, you're going to be paying about an extra £10 or approximately 25% extra. When it comes to storage, now a lot of people don't like using some of these Chinese off-brand drives, but for me, the Fanxiang or Fanaxiang S500 Pro, it's been actually a very good drive. I've bought numerous ones of these, and also the FitQuat FN501, which we might list in the video as well, and also some of the newer ones. There's a new FitQuat drive, the 950 Pro, very nice drive, that's PCI Express Gen 4. This one is only PCI Express Gen 3, but still plenty fast enough for gaming and video editing tasks. At the moment, this isn't particularly good value for money at $53.90. I actually picked up the faster version, the FN950, yesterday off Amazon for £48. So PCI Express Gen 4x4, and with a little bit of extra cash on it for less money. But do shop around. These do fluctuate. We've seen them as low as £30 on the market. So yeah, at the moment, these aren't a particularly good price, but it's about the best you can do for the money. When it comes to the graphics card, there's various options available for the RX 6600 8GB version. I've chosen the ASRock Challenger D. This quite often seems to be the lowest priced one. You can of course always go with the Asus Dual version, which is often similar price. They kind of trade places now and then, but at the time of making this video, the ASRock one was the cheaper. And actually I've owned both of them, and I would say the ASRock one is actually probably a little bit quieter, slightly larger fans. They've done a really good job with the cooler. It's a slightly larger card, but £192 I don't think is criminal, and the market where it is at the moment, I think this is about the best you can do. Of course, like I said earlier, if you want to go down the used route, gpuused.co.uk, or head over to somewhere like CX or eBay, and you can quite often pick up something along the lines of an RTX 3070 for not a great deal more, around about £200 to £250. And that is going to be significantly faster, but it's whether or not you want to take the risk with a used graphics card. Next, we've got the case. So I've budgeted £50 for the case, which I think is a fair price. If you're spending around about £600 on a computer, it's roughly kind of a 10% of the actual total value there. Not bad at all. The Montech X3 mesh, yes, it's not the newest case on the market, but it does come with 6 fans included, 3 140s up front, additional 2 120s in the top, and also a 120 in the rear. So even if you are going to go with the stock Intel cooler to save yourself that £30, you've got plenty of airflow here. I also like the fact that they've got a door on the side for easy access to components or for troubleshooting should you ever need to. Nice case, £50 I think is well spent here. And last of all, we're coming to the power supply. So we're going to go with the Aerocool Integrator. This is a 500 watt 80 plus bronze certified ATX power supply. At the moment, including postage and packing, you can pick this up for £39.99, so £40. Again, isn't great. We have seen these a little bit cheaper in the past, £30 to £35. But as with everything, it's all getting a bit more expensive. So if you can pick up one of these, they're actually pretty decent. Again, I've had numerous of these, never had a problem with them at all. Although I did have a Cylon version, which for some reason came through and one of the SATA connections was damaged, so that was returned. But overall, in terms of actually usage, longevity, never had a problem with these. If you want to spend more, you're more than welcome to do so. But for this system, don't think you're really going to need it. This tops out around about 350 watts of total usage under a full load. So yeah, you've got a little bit of headroom there, and also potential for some upgrades along the line. Again, we are looking at a budget system, so you do have to kind of temper your expectations. But I think for just slightly over £600 here at £608.52, I think this offers pretty decent value for money for a brand new system. Of course, this doesn't come with Windows included, but if you want to pick up a Windows license key, you can, as always, head over to premiumcdkeys.com/Mike'sUnboxing, use the discount code Mike'sUnboxing, and you can pick up a brand new, fresh Windows 10 professional license, which will activate Windows 11 for around about £3 at the moment. Yep, just £3. So it's not going to cost you a lot, probably less than a coffee in most places. So well worth looking at. So anyway, that is the Intel version with the Core i5-12400F. Let's take a look at the same system, but using an AM4 platform. So this has worked out just slightly more expensive at £628. So there's a little bit of an increase there, but I do feel this potentially might be the better way to go. Both platforms technically are kind of on life support. AM4 is getting a few little lifeboats thrown out every now and then, so potentially this might be the better way to go. Of course, LJ 1700 for the Intel is now a dead platform, and we're looking at a possibly summer or autumn release of the new Intel sockets. So yeah, make your decisions however you want to. With these, you do have overclocking ability because we're using the B550 chipset, which will allow frequency, voltage, all kinds of things, multipliers. You can do a lot of overclocking on these boards should you want to. Although, having said that, you're not going to be really squeezing a great deal extra out of the Ryzen 5 5600X, which we have listed here. This one pretty much is at the peak of what it can do. You might want to save some money, maybe £10 here, and go for the non-X version, the straight 5600, which is a lower class TDP, but will actually overclock to pretty much the 5600X speeds anyway, with a little bit of tweaking, so potentially a little bit of money saving there. The X version doesn't come with a CPU cooler, I think, if I remember rightly, whereas the standard 5600, the non-X, does come with a stock cooler. So I've put in the Arctic freezer as we had previously, just so we can have a apples to apples comparison. So all the other parts are exactly the same. The only thing we've changed here is our motherboard and also our processor. And again, the MSI MPG B550 Gaming Plus. This is a great little board. I've had quite a few of these also. Never let me down, always been rock solid. The only thing lacking in this over our Intel version is the fact that the Intel version had built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. If you want Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on this, you're going to have to get yourself a separate card, or perhaps spend a little bit more money and go for the MSI MPG B550 Gaming Plus Mark II, which actually does incorporate that, but it is a little bit more expensive, about £135. So again, taking us a little bit closer then to £650. All of these things, they can run away with you, so just kind of set your budget, work out what's good for you, and just buy accordingly. Now, of course, with all of this stuff, as always, if you've got any issues, alternatives, complaints, or just need a little bit of help building your own system, feel free to head over to our Discord chat and we can go through individual setups with you. If you've got your own PC part picker list, please do feel free to post a link to it on the Discord and we'll go over it and make any recommendations or modifications, or just congratulate you on some excellent selections. So there you go, there are some options for spending around about £600 in the UK at the time of recording. So we are in the middle of June 2024. The market is always in flux, so prices will change up and down, and especially with some of these kind of lower end parts where the margins are pretty tight, you may find that there's going to be slight increases or slight decreases depending on the value of the pound against the dollar and all those kinds of things as usual. Now, of course, coming up shortly in the UK, we've got the general election. So again, everything is a little bit up in the air. Depending on how that goes, that may affect the exchange rates and pricing. So yeah, this could end up absolutely anywhere. Anyway, I've wrapped this on for way too long. Hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, smash that like button. If you want to see more content of this on a daily basis, maybe consider hitting subscribe and the chime notification. That way you'll be notified of all of our future video releases. But for now, from freezing Bristol, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.